date is July 29th, 2019. Time is 6:07 p.m. I'd like to bring to order the meeting of the Douglas Board of Health. First item we have on the agenda is residential kitchens. Now we're waiting for Steve Garabedian, our professional expertise inspector here. And he should be coming to the meeting, so we're gonna put that off, hopefully for a little bit until he, if he comes. So we're gonna move ahead right now to item 2 on the agenda, which is transfer station discussion. So,
I did that for the fence.
that was for the fence?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're discussing the fence. You said we've heard from the insurance company?
Yes, and they're paying, and we're waiting for the check, which should be here any day.
Okay, just waiting for the check from the insurance company, okay.
Okay.
And
Who needs to sign that, do you know,
The,
the contract?
once,
it's
yeah,
on Steve.
once the check comes in,
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
nobody else?
I don't think so. It's only $2,000.
Yeah, I know, I'm just
Yeah.
wanna make sure we get that taken care of before the snow flies.
yes.
Yeah.
Haven't got a contact, has everybody called them since?
No.
Did North Smithfield Fence give us a time frame when they thought they'd, how long it would take?
They didn't mention in the contract, but, you know, I mean, they may turn around and say, you know, gee, that price is no longer valid or whatever, you know. But they didn't put it in the contract, so.
Okay.
But mainly, I'm concerned about getting it scheduled.
Yes.
So we can get it done
I agree.
before it gets, you know,
Well,
these things can turn into, all of a sudden, it's another season.
Yeah,
Right.
very
You know?
easily.
Well, if we pay for it without the check, without the money.
Well, if the check's supposed to be coming in very shortly, we should be able to,
I would call them and just tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Tell them it's okay to
Chase it
schedule it, we've
down.
got the check, we're gonna go through with it. Let them know they can schedule it.
We can't schedule it yet,
They can schedule it?
unless they wanna wait, we have to wait for the check.
Oh, right, we have to
Yeah.
wait for the check.
Yeah.
If you call them and let them know that we're just waiting on the insurance check, they might put it in there. I mean, they could be
that's
booked
the
out
only
2
thing holding it
months.
up right now then.
They might only have 3 or 4 crews, who knows? They could be booked for weeks, so at least if we contact them and tell them that, you know, we're gonna go through with it, they'll put us on the calendar.
Yeah, I mean,
If we get ourselves on the calendar in the next couple of months, that's a
Yes.
big deal. I'm sure they'll be okay with us paying them, you know.
well, they understand, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that they don't,
Yeah.
it's just, I'm more concerned about the schedule.
Did they require 50% down or anything?
They did in the contract, but they waived that.
Yeah, because that's hard for a municipality
Yeah.
to do that
Yeah.
too.
They waived that.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they understand, they're working with the municipality,
Right.
that'll be fun. But at least get us on the calendar so we can get that installed done as soon as possible.
Yes. Alright. Another thing we had to discuss regarding the transfer station, anybody have any other issues up there?
Let's see. They were discussing, you know, this has been going on for a while, and Joe knows it too.
Mhm.
You know that hill, Joe, you know, the hill up along the side of
Yes.
their little hut?
Mhm.
It's kind of an issue in that it's very difficult to cut that grass up there.
Mhm.
And, you know, we're not talking about young kids that are doing it, you know, so I get a little concerned when I see them out there trying to mow that lawn and cut the grass on that hill, and George doesn't give up.
No.
He just keeps going. I don't know what we can do about that, I'm not exactly sure.
Hmm.
It's been an issue, right, Joe? I mean, you know, you've been on.
Years.
Yeah.
It's pretty
been an
steep,
issue.
it's a steep hill,
It is a steep hill.
it's hard to get that up there.
I get a little concerned about them working.
Even the walk behinds, right, even though.
Yeah. So you know,
Maybe John Furno could, when they're trimming all along the roads,
I was thinking.
maybe he could blow that stuff that they end up chopping up
Yeah.
and just blowing into the woods, put down some protective barrier first,
Something,
and
yeah.
then blow all those chips on there,
Yeah,
and that would
yeah.
resolve that.
That might work. Of course, I'm thinking bigger and better things, but
What do you
I'm
think?
thinking retaining wall and whatnot, you know, but I don't think that's gonna
Tiers?
happen. Yeah.
too.
But, even like you mentioned, John, and, you know, possibility of getting the big boulders, how they lay them up on the, you know, on the hill, on the
Yeah.
embankment. And, that acts as a retainer too, but, I'm just concerned about.
Right, no matter what, you gotta get
working up
stuff
there.
growing up in between things that
Yeah,
you're gonna have
yeah.
to weed whack or cut or something.
I suppose, yeah, that's an issue too.
Electric weed whacker would be easier probably
Maybe
to
what Joe suggested is probably the best thing.
blow some chips. I mean, that's
Blow some
not part
chips
of the
up there.
cap, right? That's before the cap,
No,
so
no.
caps are on the other end of that.
Yeah, on the other side.
So it's,
Yep. Maybe that's a possibility, we should probably talk to John about that, yeah,
yeah, if they're chipping stuff,
yeah.
like the chips, have some chips.
And to see if he
blown.
has any, recommendations also.
He may have.
Maybe he has something else he might.
recommendations, Yeah,
New
yeah.
gravel chips or something.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea to.
And then a 100-foot
include him
cord
in
and
the-
electric weed whacker might be easier than pushing that mower up and down,
Yes, that, but
you know?
even that is tough when you're standing up there and
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to weed whack, you know. I wouldn't want him to trip or fall, you know, I worry about that.
Mhm.
That's a concern.
Mm.
What kind of a lawnmower do we have? Standard push or is it a power? You-
Self-propelled, wasn't it be a new one?
I think it's
Self-propelled mower?
I think we, so.
Yeah,
think we
they
did.
do, but it's still,
Walk behind
it's
it.
still tough.
Yeah, it's a bear,
Yeah.
one of us.
So they can engage something that drives it forward.
Yeah.
Yes, what we have, yes.
Still a lot of muscle to push it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, well, it's self-propelled, but it's, you gotta climb that hill.
And going down still
Up,
too.
up, down and up, yeah.
Probably going down might be worse.
Yeah, outside of a
No.
goat.
Sometimes that's harder.
You worry about
Right,
slipping.
control.
you know.
You
Right.
get a goat.
Yep,
Yeah,
get
there
some
you go.
goats, fence it off, just let them eat it.
Yeah.
No, I guess, talk to John, see if he can, have any recommendations first, maybe
Right. Yeah, that's a
mention
good
that to
idea.
him, but see if he has
That's a good
anything, he might have some ideas
Right.
what we can do there.
Thank you, Joe, for your input.
Yes,
Okay.
that was helpful. All right,
Different talk relative to that. Do they have a refrigerator?
yes,
They have a small one.
they have a mini,
Because it was extremely hot the other day and today. And I'm just concerned that they are drinking enough.
well, they do have a little, small little refrigerator on the floor model, so
Yeah, they take water.
They-
always have
they
water
should.
up there,
they have a place to keep it cool.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think if they didn't have one, they would have requested it by now.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they're all set.
All right, how about that hook, deck that you were,
It's coming in Wednesday.
Wednesday?
You never saw the dummy's lips move.
All right, good.
Beat you to it.
Good, all right, so that's, right, that's coming Wednesday. All right, I guess we're all set with the item 2, the transfer station. Moving on, Steve, we'll move on to the health agent update, number 3. So what do we have? Emily?
Okay, so, let's see, in the beginning of the month, we had that well that I inspected, but then the landlord got right to that, so we didn't have to do anything. And then, I'm working right now with Hayward Landing and Gilboa Street issues. I have inspections Tuesday, Wednesday there, and that's been about it.
So what's going
Just got
on,
my email last week, so.
what's going on in Gilboa?
That one's been going on for a little while. They just have a couple of violations that they still need to fix.
Okay,
This one that started, when did that one start? Back in?
April.
that's been going on for a
That
while,
was,
hasn't it?
that was a while,
Few
yeah, that
months.
was about April.
Anything serious or no?
Right now, yeah. But they need to just fix it ASAP. So I'm going just so I can send another letter.
Just getting
Okay.
there. When I had finished up with it before she took it over, there was only, I mean, there was a list of violations. That was the one with the, it was kind of a weird situation, but I think the window was left, right? That was,
The window and the mixer.
the window and the shower mixer were the only two items left
Okay.
on the corrections list. Yeah. Apparently still there.
And then Hayward is like an AC issue.
Mhm.
So, just have to see.
Did you get the email?
Yeah.
Oh, geez,
What was Hayward, I'm sorry?
And like they're their AC isn't working properly. And that's about it
Right.
right now.
They wanna go back to, transfer station.
See if George has anything.
Oh, yes. All right, so we're all set with the health agent update. And we can move back to the transfer station discussion. So if anybody in the audience has anything regarding the health, transfer station?
George?
Yeah, we had to get a letter sent, and Dick had the name. They shouldn't be out of the car at 12 years old. There's a sign up there. But we have a couple of people that take their kids out of the car and let them run around those dumpsters. Actually pick them up and show them inside. And Dick mentioned it to the guy last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he liked it. He took off out of there, but he still let his kid. But on a Saturday, when those cars are backing up, that kid's gonna get run over.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, I can't have the kids run
And I know the last name is Sanford, and I had the first name and the address. I'll get it to Kristen so she can send him a letter.
Yes.
But we do have a sign up there. Under 12, they have to stay in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people are conforming. Another thing,
Where is that sign located?
right when you drive up, it's a little red sign.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
It's right in the fence where the regulations are. There's a little red sign, and there's
Yeah.
another sign here. They're not gonna see it. You know, a lot of people probably don't even see it.
So we
Exactly.
need new signage for
Is
that.
that also, you know, when they purchase the sticker, is that also on the sheet?
I don't know if it's on the sheet,
Yeah.
Oh, look.
but I just hate to see somebody get hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
No, I guess we should add it. If it's not, and we have a sign up there saying it, we should probably add it to the list.
The list.
I have
things.
never seen the sign.
I haven't either, but if there's one there, then we should probably
It's
have it.
probably a
on the
problem
list
that
of
if you
rules.
just.
It's an old one.
That's displaced, or we can't.
Right, if you're gonna say it on a sign, then it should be on the thing that they
We should have
Yes.
one,
buy, that they hand in.
keep your kids in the car
Should
Yes.
be,
or the vehicle.
should be. I mean,
Safety-
doing the dump with your
safety
dad is
warning.
kind of a fun thing. I don't wanna take that away from people, but you gotta be
No,
mindful
I
of
mean,
your
yeah,
children.
but, I mean, you
Can't let them run around, that's
You
not.
can't run around, they can watch what's going on from the car.
And
Right, it's not a
Saturday is
playground.
chaos.
Yeah, so
I
it's,
mean, there are cars moving everywhere.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
used to
very
have
foolish
blast
to do
though when I
that.
was a kid
It's,
throwing the
it's
bags.
dangerous.
this isn't something that happens on a regular basis, is it?
Well, there's one guy that comes up and always takes his son out, and he walks around those dumpsters at the top. I don't know if he does it down the bottom, but Matty was supposed to talk to that guy. The other
This
guy
is a
we talked
different-
to,
This is a
he,
different person?
it's a different person. The other guy we talked to, he just is gonna do what he wants. But if we send him a letter
Mm-hmm,
and he gets hurt,
mm-hmm,
you can't say we didn't tell him.
right. Right.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things. And the other thing was the batteries. We don't get a heck of a lot for those lead acid batteries, the big batteries.
Mhm.
If you wanna still take them, Dick says he knows somebody that'll pick them up on a weekly or bi-weekly or every 2 weeks. He won't give you anything for them, but he'll take them out of our hands, unless you don't wanna take them at all. Because you always get a acid spill or a leak. We leave them outside, we try to put them in the shed, but some of them are heavy.
Yeah.
And some of them come in with no caps on them. We're not supposed to take no caps, but it's happening.
It's happening.
And I know it says we'll take the batteries for free, but they sit there for a long time. And I personally don't wanna haul them to
I
Worcester.
mean,
No.
you know, what's $5? I mean, you know, free is fine, you know, if they're gonna take them away.
But
to
this
me,
guy
free
said he'd
is
take
fine.
them, Dick knows the guy, and he said he'd
Yeah.
take them away. Now, I can't speak for Dick, and I don't know who the person is, but Dick said he was gonna come, and he was gonna let you know that he had
Right.
somebody that would take them. So we could still put them on a pallet, but would be getting, instead of storing them
Mhm.
4 or 5 months till we go to the place,
Get rid of
he
them.
would pick them up.
That would be fine.
And they would only be there maybe a week or two at the
So
most.
you might run
That's a
into
much better
problems with,
situation.
might run into problems with who's.
Either that or we don't take them at all, but we've been taking
So
them.
we have that policy where you can't
Well,
take stuff out of the trash.
if he's
It's
gonna
just like
take them
Joe
away,
Schmo, that's just somebody taking stuff out
That's
of the trash.
fine. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of a convenience for the,
Mm.
for the town people, and,
Yeah,
you know, it's nice that they have a place to dispose of it.
Do you get?
Yeah, who
money?
is
Years ago,
this
you would get-
gentleman who's offered to take the batteries?
Dick knows him. I can't tell you, I'll have
Okay.
Dick call Kristen and she'll get the name and the address. And he said he'd take them and get rid of them. Yeah, we
So
take
I-
them for free. I don't know what we get for them, cause the last time we took the load in, we didn't get a lot of money.
No.
Aluminum was down to 16 cents,
No.
copper was down almost 60 cents.
And lead in the batteries, I mean.
It's
you know,
best to just
Yeah.
get rid of it as soon as possible. If we get
Well,
rid
you're
of it,
dealing with the acid in the batteries. If we
The
stack them
acid,
up in the coop and they leak,
yeah, we don't want them
No.
hanging around for months.
yeah.
Avoid that.
No, to me, if somebody wants to take them for nothing, that's fine.
Yeah, he said he'd take them for nothing. I don't know if he cleans them and sells a car, what he does with them, but once he takes them, they're not our responsibility.
Well,
We're not charging him for them, he's taking them.
Right?
Would we have to do like a contract or something then?
I don't know how we would handle that.
That's hard, because we came up with that policy that you can't take stuff out of the trash, right? Like, we have that, you're not allowed to take things home out of the
Like,
trash.
I guess
so-
if he was like a pickup, like an actual company.
Right, if he's got a business or if
Right.
he's a trash man or has any type of credentials like things like that, then it's totally fine. I mean, I'm not against it at all, but we came
Well,
up
I
with a
mean, if
rule.
We gotta find out who he is in
getting
this
paid for it.
situation.
If we're not getting paid for it,
Right,
um, there's no transfer of funds, so take it away.
you don't really need the account, but we still have that rule that you
If I
can't
know-
take stuff out of the trash.
Yes, we need to find out who it is, if he has a little business or,
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll get more information on it.
yeah. But we're still taking them and we got them in bins up there now. But like I said, it's not a good thing to be transporting them to Worcester.
no, there's a little business, we could sign a little contract for it to dispose of the batteries
I mean, that would be great.
with them.
Then it would be free.
Yes.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have no problem giving them away. It's, I think, even when batteries were good, I think you still only got 10 or 15 bucks a piece for them.
Yes.
And that's when scrap was really high, so I assume
Mhm.
now it's really low. I don't care if we lose out on 40 bucks, if nobody wants to drive them up there, I mean, I certainly can't drive them up there, so if
Mhm.
nobody else wants to
Sounds
take the
good.
time to drive them up there, then just get rid of them, but.
Yeah, sounds good.
But we still do have that rule that we came up with trash picking and taking stuff out of there and saving it, even if it's good, and I know we had issues with that in the past, that we spent a lot of time discussing. Seems to me like taking something out of a bin is very similar to getting something off of a pallet, it just means you saved it, right? I mean, if somebody throws something away and I save it and give it to somebody, it's the same thing as.
Let's see, a little business, we can contract him if we,
Right.
Right, if it's a
we
thing,
can
if
dispose
he's
of
got
it.
something, we can sign it, even if,
Let's have a
sign a contract that he can take the batteries, then we sort of,
Yes,
Especially if he's just an individual and something happens with one of them.
Around
If
that.
it doesn't have a cap, then
yes.
it, you know,
Mm.
that
No.
could be bad.
just wanna make sure we follow the rules that we
Agreed, yes, so,
that we already put in place for some other
Yeah.
problem 2 years ago or whatever, but yeah, as long as
Yeah,
I
we'd
mean,
have to
we can write something up where this
go
guy
through a
can.
contract with him to do that.
Yeah, then I think that would be favorable for us.
Okay.
And we asked George about refrigeration and water.
You asked him that. Would you like to ask, you wanna ask George about that?
You got a fridge?
Sure,
Yeah, we
you
got a refrigerator.
And you're drinking plenty of water on
Oh
each
yeah,
day?
oh yeah, we got water in there. There's a guy that brings a case of water up all the time.
It's not vodka, is it? It's
No,
water.
too bad, but it's not.
It's cold.
It's cold, it stays cold. There's a
Yeah,
fridge in
good.
there, there's a little microwave in there, we're fine.
Good. All right,
Okay.
so any other discussion with transfer station or?
Not that I can think of, but
Okay.
not right now.
All right, perfect, thank you. All right, and we'll move on to number 4, bills and warrants. So we have, let's see what this-
That's a mall. I don't even see him twice. See 'em all already. Wonder if Les is here to discuss it. As old and new, or?
Just have a quick question, please. I don't know how to tell you where it is, so I'll point. This one? Is that an invoice number or is that
Yes.
a typo?
Invoice number.
1928.
Weird number, huh?
set. We move on to the tonnages and receipts.
They all look good
Yeah,
to me.
they look good again, yes.
These guys are doing their job.
Yeah, I'd like to see those big
Tonnages still look
numbers.
good?
Uh-huh.
Tonnages still look good?
They look
They
great.
look
Very
good.
good, yeah.
Because we've been sending out a little bit, not full, because it's the way Saturdays are in the summer.
Yeah, the
And we
A's
thought they might show up.
It
Last
shows
month.
up,
does a little bit, but
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, but it's better than,
Well,
Yeah.
It's better than it had been in the past.
Yeah.
all right. I mean,
Fourth
you're
of
close
July
to that.
weekend was a tough one, because we couldn't determine what to send.
yeah.
And BP did go out there and grease it,
Oh, they did.
maintenance
Oh, they
did,
did.
yep.
Did make it
And
so.
they
Oh, they changed the
actually-
gauge on that?
They checked everything.
Oh,
They
good.
checked all the
They changed,
pressures.
what, you notice a change in the gauge?
I don't know, we thought one wasn't working. When did they go up?
May 21st, I guess.
We thought B will go up to like 2,200 pounds. A sometimes is a little off, it squeaks, but we'll check it again. If they went up,
Yeah.
it's probably working fine.
Well, B's, you guys are like pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're at 11, you're within a half a point every time.
Yep.
Half a ton
They're
every
very
time.
consistent.
12.
Yeah, 8, you had a 12 on the 28th, some 9s, but you had that big one. That's good.
Good numbers.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, here's an issue.
Yes.
I was at the transfer station unloading trash, and which one is it, George, that you can't see? A or B?
You can see in most of them, Dick, because we can tell when they're full, but if I'm down the back and he's got a couple customers up the front, maybe somebody yell up to push the button. I don't think a mirror's gonna help. If we're not in there, the mirror's not gonna help.
That's
You know, I
okay.
know you thought about putting a mirror in there.
Yeah, I was talking about putting a mirror. I agree with George for a number of reasons. It's gonna stick out, it's gonna get hit, da-da-da. The
Mhm.
problem was that when I threw in my bags, the empty space was not empty. And the
Okay.
reason it wasn't empty is these guys have trouble seeing around that corner to see what's in there. At least that's what they told me.
Let's see when.
Yeah, I mean, I think every job's gonna have some problems, and they just gotta
Do you
kinda
have, do you
figure
have
it out.
problem looking around?
No, like I said, if I'm down there, down at the other containers and Dick's got a couple of cars up at the top,
Yeah.
we might not press the button all the time, but usually somebody will yell up, press the button.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
have a problem with it.
I think I've yelled up before.
I press the button.
So I was wondering if we could figure out a way to have them get a better view inside. And a mirror was one way, a little
Yeah. It's,
TV camera be another way if they had a way to monitor it.
Yeah, I've
Or
never-
we just
But-
keep going the way it is.
For now, this doesn't sound like there's really any issue right now, George.
no, let's see how it goes. You know, someone's,
Watch it a
we
little
get,
longer.
sometimes we get hammered for a couple of hours and
Yes,
then it peters off. It just depends. Saturdays are the worst.
sounds like it.
It is
They were very busy, so that's, they're not able to be right there every moment to push the button when it needs it, so.
Yeah.
They're on 2 guys, you can-
Correct.
But you can
They're
kind
doing a very good job, and that's maybe a
yeah.
little bit of time there where
Good tonnages
they're
there.
off, so, yeah, two tonnages. And we'll move to the approval of the minutes. So we have 2 of them, May 20th and July 1st. Anybody had any, been able to read over the minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from May 20, 2019 and July 1st, 2019.
Okay, we have a motion,
Second,
motion and a second, all those in favor? Aye. Okay. And one more,
No, Steve.
still no Steve, one more time, only a little bit. Okay, number 7, old, new business, open session for topics not reasonably anticipated 48 hours in advance of this meeting. Anybody have anything they'd like to discuss? Kristen? So, I thought Kristen.
Soccer, we have a soccer camp, we have a soccer camp every year that comes, but this is it's usually Challenger.
Okay,
This year it is a different one, and so she's gonna send me, like, they send the other camp, it sounds like this is for 1 year.
Okay,
So I told her basically what was in here, so she's gonna kind of put together a whole packet and send it. The camp is in Corey, Sorry, yeah, immunizations of the camper, everything.
mm-hmm,
So she's gonna send that, but the camp's in a couple weeks, so it's,
yeah, you jump on it,
yeah,
yeah.
but so just wanna let you know.
Okay.
It's at the VFW again.
Who has to look at, the agent has to look at that and
Yes,
Yeah.
sign the permit?
Yep.
yes. Well, you gotta,
It's 1 week.
you gotta do
But
that
do I
before.
have to inspect anything or
Joe
just?
did it last
Is
year.
there food, there's food in
No.
For the soccer camp?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we usually bring in I think 3 or 4 porta potty johns and another area for shade and stuff like that with tents. It's usually a 3 or 4 day soccer camp.
Okay,
So I think I had an early one already in July timeframe, and then this is the August one. So we've been doing it for the last 5-6 years.
So you're checking the Cory and so.
Oh, is there food involved also?
No,
No.
they do their own.
Come here.
It's packed lunches and stuff like that. Nothing sold
Mhm.
okay,
and stuff like that, and water on site.
Sure.
So
alright,
So that's that.
That's that.
And this is kind of for the food one. Jennifer's here with the cookies.
Yes.
But she also applied for Dynamic Douglas Day to do
Okay.
cookies, so. But I have her application for that,
alright.
and that's all I had.
I have,
I have well.
alright, you have something, Dick?
Yeah, the household hazardous waste day,
Yes.
we're talking about potentially doing that.
Yes,
I'd like to work with Kristen on getting that packaged.
okay,
Because I think there's a charge for it, and the reaction earlier was, where's the money coming from?
yeah.
So if there is a charge, then we need to budget for next year.
Correct.
So, and there are some other issues. This is, I don't know how many of you saw this,
What type of hazards is this, what are you talking about? Just,
this is what men did.
gas?
Some of you may know that I came recently from London, so. Alright,
Yeah, there we go.
They also take,
Gas.
water-based paint?
water,
It says
no.
oil-based.
Yeah, water-based is not hazardous, you just let it dry out.
Yeah, open
and put it with
the,
a
open the
metal-
lid, yeah,
Yeah,
open the lid, let it dry out, and after it dries out,
but that's a good question,
I cover it back on and throw it out with the regular trash.
unless you know the answer.
Yes.
I really think you might have to, but, you know, it's just oil based that's.
So I had some issues with the format that they're using. So let me hand out,
So do people pay? Is this free? They drop off?
Free.
Free,
yeah, there are a number of issues.
free to the residents, we have to, yeah, fee for,
There are some excluded items. So my thinking is, we ought to tell people what they can do with the excluded items, not just say you can't do this, because.
period.
Yeah,
You
if
can't
have
get rid of them here, but
ammunition
what to
or
do with it.
explosives or fireworks or, you know, things that really need to be put somewhere other than trash. That we need to tell people.
You get an
where-
informational booth there also, I guess,
Yeah.
would be probably a good idea, you're thinking of, right?
And one of the other issues is the traffic. We cannot use the transfer station
No.
if we're doing that. So I'm thinking highway department, if they allow us to do that,
Yes,
because there would be 30 or 40 cars lined up in Mendon, and get cars doing this snake thing, that they have to get by, and they're gonna wait for the hazardous people to take it out of the trunks or whatever they have it in, and decide what to do with it, and then dismiss them, so the traffic's backed up.
yeah, we need a good sized area.
Yeah, so I'm suggesting that. I
Where
work
does
with
Mendon have
Chris.
it?
When?
Where?
At the
Highway
Highway
Department?
Department.
You do, okay.
and they have police there to let them back out onto the street and keep them out of the way as best they can.
Yes,
Have to work closely with John on that.
yes,
So there are a number of issues, and money is one of them. So I'd like to work with Kristen and put together a better package for us to decide what to do.
mm-hmm, well, that'd be great if you could do
Is
that.
that okay?
I like this idea, I mean, this is something I think
You
would be
it would be
very
so busy it
beneficial.
would bog down the fire department
That's
too?
what I was thinking too.
They have a nice area that you can just kinda turn around in, as long
Yeah.
as you're not gonna get
As
in their
long as you
way.
don't get in front of the doors.
Yes,
As long as you're not in their way.
as long as we, yes. That's something we could look at and talk to them
Oh,
about.
absolutely, yeah.
And like I said too, you should look to see if there's any like grants or anything like that.
It would be grants, Emily suggested grants.
Yeah,
if there's
DEP
anything
might
that-
have something to offer.
if there are, that'd be
So we'll find
terrific.
out how Mendon pays for it, and that's a good starting point.
Yeah. That DEP might have something to offer. Who knows? Or, yeah.
A contact person in Mendon, like Missy, or somebody just call Board of Health.
I know a few.
You do, and I do. Alright. Alright, good. I think that'd be great if we can get something like that.
Yeah, we're probably looking at maybe the fall of 2020 if there's money involved,
Mhm. At the earliest.
but at least it gets it underway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is
Right.
good.
It gets it out of the trash.
Right, and maybe people won't, dump it all in their fire pit or something.
Yes.
Get it with
George?
Yeah, I heard that we can't send them to Waynesville anymore with fluorescent bulbs and batteries.
Yeah.
He has a list of
No, that,
items.
we've been handing out that list, and now they won't take them, right?
No, I guess, well, I just found out that now they charge, you can go, but it's $40 a year through
So you have to buy another sticker.
through Northbridge, not through me.
Northbridge sticker.
And then I think it's $5 a carload, $10 a truckload,
Hmm.
on top
Yeah.
of whatever you have to pay to whatever.
Yeah, we're probably better off to send them up to the place in Sutton behind
Yeah,
church there.
NEDT.
They'll charge the same thing, but you
That's
don't
on
need
there
a sticker.
too, that's actually on the form too.
It is?
Yeah,
Alright. We'll have to update the form then.
yeah, I'm updating it.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Because
to the front.
I've been sending them to Waynesville, and then Dick said, oh no, we can't send them anymore because they charge. Somebody got a few batteries and a couple of fluorescent light bulbs, they're not gonna pay $40.
No.
No,
You know what I
no,
mean? They're just not gonna do it.
No.
we don't wanna see them
Right in the trash.
Oh, yes.
at the side of the road
Big
or
black
somewhere.
bag.
As soon as you start charging people, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
They know how to avoid punishment.
Well,
You.
you know,
Yeah, I mean, once it's in that packer there, it's gonna get packed and burned no matter what it is. That's-
whatever it
true.
takes.
Right, nobody's picking through that thing after it's been 22-ton
Right.
pistons.
It appears as though Steve's not showing up.
Yeah, so do we have any other old or new business anybody like to discuss? No? Alright.
As far as I'm concerned.
Alright, since Steve is not here, we will move forward to item 1, which is the residential kitchens regulation discussion. So, we do have, I think Kristen does have a packet, right, in the folder, so.
Oh, this is all the same stuff I read.
Well, I just,
I know, that's what I read too.
And then print out the stuff.
I printed everything I have.
Right, so it looks to me like the regulations are difficult. And my question from that therefore is, do we inspect, and if so, how do we
Yes, we
inspect?
inspected.
I think it would-
Does it?
Yes, it would have to be inspected, it's a couple times a year, I would think. I think we'd wanna do it.
Not you, agent,
Well,
but
I think it's
Food
once a
inspector.
year,
I think it's once a year too, I
But-
think so.
like we talked about,
I think we'd want at least
at least.
Well,
twice a
Can
year.
she explain exactly what she's gonna be doing?
Oh, for her particular
Oh.
one?
Yeah.
Sure, I can tell you.
Yes,
Yeah, so I do custom designed sugar cookies, so they're just sugar cookies, decorated, and really just looking to sell at like farmers markets, vendors, fairs, things like that, but any of those events require a permit from my local board of health, proving that it's been inspected, so that's what I'm looking for, come in, inspect, I've seen the state guidelines, I mean, I fall under that, I can follow all of those, I don't have any issues there, I just truly need somebody to set up those, adopt those guidelines, which many surrounding towns all have, they all
Yes.
follow the state, and come in, inspect, so I can actually have a permit to move forward with
Right.
this, so that's,
Yeah,
Yes,
and
should
you
have.
talking only cookies?
yep, I just do cookies, yep, that's all I do.
I think we need, as the Board of Health, need to institute a regulation, whether we adopt the state regulations or anything additional.
Well, unless we disagree on the regulation, or unless we'd like to add something to the regulation.
Correct.
A bylaw or something like that.
If we issue a permit, can we constrain the permit to sugar cookies? Or is it a broader permit for each person?
Well,
I think they just have to follow
The
the
state guidelines.
Yeah.
If we adopt the state guidelines, then they would just have to follow those.
Okay,
which are, I mean, they can do a few more things than sugar cookies, but
And you
it
can
is
have-
limiting.
Very few.
It's pretty limited as it is. I mean, you could write a bylaw or another regulation on top of it, piggyback on.
Well, I like the
And
one
say-
in there about the material on the countertop. And granite or any
Yeah.
of those new ones are not included. It says or equivalent to Formica, well, that's not granite in my opinion. So we can adopt the state regulation, but I see there are issues.
Right,
I
that-
think,
Sure, the
I
state
think
reg.
that even if it's Formica or whatever it may be, if it's clean, if it's inspected and okayed, I don't see a problem.
Way there, yeah.
I don't see a problem.
No, even with what they're making. I mean, it's funny, but a
Well,
lot of it.
she's talking cookies,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah.
Yes.
But we're not gonna limit
And
any
they
of
have to
these
have some
things, right?
indication, we got to have serve safe certified.
If we're gonna adopt a
Allergy
regulation, we're
certification.
not gonna add to it. We're just gonna keep it as the state's regulations,
Yeah, that's what
the baked good confectionaries, James jellies.
Does anybody think differently?
I don't think we should add to the food.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
It's not a lot there to
Right
begin
now.
with, but, I mean, the whole regulation is very, much in the person's hands. Like, it says you're allowed to have a pet. You just can't have the pet in the kitchen while you're doing the food, so, I mean, the inspector's not gonna be there every time they're doing it, so a lot of that's just up to the person. you know?
Yes.
The cookies have to be good, though.
I almost brought some, but I didn't wanna influence your decision, so.
There will be plenty of inspections.
Cookies for influence.
I didn't say it.
We might need weekly inspections.
I'm okay with that.